Hello everyone, I'm Joel. In this video, I'm going to be tackling the stuff that I've been putting off for so long because I was saying that once the E30 is rebuilt and on the road and driving again, that's when I'll get to this. Now the E30 is done, I can move on with this because I've been thinking about all this stuff so much and it's just weighing down in my mind, so I just want to get it done so that I can move on and never think about it again. Let's get right into it. The day has finally come where I'm going to mount my Vise down officially. I took so long to do this because this isn't an official work table. It's just a cabinet with a piece of wood on top. And I need to mount the wood to the actual cabinet before I mount the Vise to the tabletop. Trust me, I've wanted to do this earlier, but I bought the wrong size screws before because I thought the dimensions of a 2x4 was 2 inches by 4 inches, but I was wrong. I learned my first woodworking lesson. 2x4s are actually 1.5 inches in thickness. So hopefully these drywall screws end up working. They're 2 inches long. This top is like 3/4 thickness. And then there's a slab of wood on the bottom that I just want to go straight through here. But I didn't want to come out the top of the tabletop. Hopefully these are the right size and it'll get the job done. I'm gonna litter the whole table with a bunch of these so that I can officially use these bolts to mount this thing down. I saw a few YouTube videos of what people that have a shop wish they would have done when they mounted their Vise, and all of them said that they wish they made this face even with the table so that if I stick something long in here, it's going to be able to hang down past the Vise, past the table, and it's not going to get stuck. If I put this a little bit too far back, I lose a lot of functionality in the Vise. Hopefully where I marked it here is going to end up working. When I loosen these little things, I'll be able to spin this around, have this usable on the side here as well, and I'll be able to use the anvil. But I also wanted to make sure that the Vise was on top of the corner so that if I'm ever hitting on top of the Vise, all of the energy can transfer down straight through and into the floor. I'm just going to get to it. I need to bolt this table down. This side is going to be flush right here. And this side is going to have that overhang. I wanted it to be like this for the same reasons that I just explained. I want to be able to use the Vise on this side as well. I'm going to send the first screw in through the least used part of the table back over there. Because if it comes through the top, that's going to really suck. I don't want that. So hopefully this works. Got all my distilled water here so I can mix it with the BMW coolant. Closer look in here. 2x4. Another one over here. Hopefully this 2-inch screw works out, but it does look like it will. It just pushed this piece of wood up, but I need it to grab into the wood instead of keep drilling into the 2x4. I'm just gonna keep putting screws in and hope that it sucks down after. It's grabbing. Putting them like 6 inches apart. Damn it, I need someone to push down on the back over there because it keeps just pushing the tabletop up instead of grabbing into the tabletop. And the weight of the Vise, I think, is actually holding the tabletop down enough for the screw to catch. Yeah, the Vise is definitely working. There we go. I think the top is fully mounted now, officially. All the hardware is M12, 100 mil to go through the 2x4, and then 60 mil to go through just the tabletop. And I got some washers, lock washers, and the nuts. So hopefully this thing could just stay tight and never come loose. I gotta drill the hole out first. I should have started drilling the hole on this side just because I want to see where it comes out on the bottom. But I want to make sure everything is fully squared up, lined up with the holes that I marked. Yeah, that's good. I need to reiterate, I have never done woodworking. I know that using that metal bit probably isn't the best, but it's all I got. The front two are gonna be 100 millimeter bolts. Ooh. Damn it. I might have came in at a little bit of an angle. Oh my God, no, that's just the stupid ass angle that it's sitting at. If there's fitment issues with this front right one, that front left one is gonna be even worse. There's no way that I'm gonna be able to get a nut on this side. This is why I was procrastinating this. It's never a smooth job. I literally said, it'll take 30 minutes to mount the vise. I don't like it being here. It's kind of in the middle of this cabinet opening. That is annoying. I don't know, maybe the best solution is just to move it a little bit over and not even continue with any of the other holes. This one's covered, I'm gonna have to drill it out a little more, but I guess I could just push it back a little bit and away from the corner. Now that I have a point of reference, down here I measured the distance for this nut to be sitting on the inside, and it's 3/16 of an inch. So I'm gonna try and push it back 1/4 of an inch this way, and hopefully that's enough. I don't know another way of doing this, so I'm just gonna spray and pray with this one. Just roughly lining it up with my finger above and below, I can feel that there's kind of a gap there. I can feel that there's nothing underneath, so it should be fine there. When this rotates, it's gonna be nowhere near over this, but whatever. 1 1/16, so I'm gonna match that on this side as well. 1 1/16, just so it's the base is square with the top. There we go. That is good there. Once again, I'm gonna drill one hole, put the bolt in, and then drill the other holes and keep dropping the bolts in so that it's fully lined up. Yes. That's what I wanted. Let's go. That is a whole lot better. So now I can put the nut up in there and twist the bolt from the top, and the nut is basically going to be holding itself into place. Lined up again where I had it. Now will the nut fit on the bottom? Yes. Let's go. It does fit with flying colors. Still a little bit of movement, so I gotta measure again, but no big deal. One last time, measuring it up. I'm gonna put a washer on the top and a lock washer on the bottom. I was gonna do a washer on the bottom with a lock washer on the bottom, but I don't really want these bolts putting a lot of torque onto the paint of the vise. It just doesn't seem like it's gonna be good. Now the lock washers. Yeah, this is very nice. I can get the nuts on all of them. I'll do just that. I wanted the lock washer to be riding on an actual washer on the bottom instead of on the wood, but I don't have enough washers, so it's gonna have to do with just a lock washer on the wood, which I don't think that's gonna grab very strong, but we'll see. Just hear it crunching up on the wood. Ah! I definitely need to get a washer on the bottom. I just hear the wood cracking. Now let's see. That's tight. Yes! Finally! Moving the whole cabinet. Mounted vise. Let's go! That's gonna be in the way, but whatever. While it's in the shot, I also got that pegboard. I want to put it up on this wall for all my tools that I'm always grabbing, like my screwdrivers, flush cuts, all that stuff. I want to hang it on the pegboard. That hook is a hook for my backpack, and it chills right here. So I was thinking about having pegboard all along the back wall, but this piece came from Home Depot, and it comes pre-cut to this size. But I don't know, maybe I'm gonna just put it in the middle. I don't know what works best. I don't know. It looks kind of lacking there. I wanted it to go from edge right here to right all the way over there, but yeah, I gotta decide. I like to include you guys on my thought process because on majority of the things that I'm doing, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just trying to perfect it on the first go around, but it's hard because I've never done it. So like right here, is this gonna stay in the middle? I think it has to stay there. Yeah, seeing it on the camera, It looks way better like that. And I'm probably not even gonna fill the whole pegboard up, so I don't think I need more space. When we moved into the shop, this office was a lot bigger and it came down, you see the little outline right there, all the way out to those holes in the wall. And all the plywood that was on top of the office, I kept some so that I can make a shelf above my little work area. And I have it, and I'm gonna try and cut it up to size now. I've had it just sitting out here in the meantime, but I'm ready to work on it, so I'm gonna bring it on in. Ugh. Yeah, I need two hands. I think that is exactly where the pegboard is gonna be. It's centered to the tabletop, not the cabinet, just because that's the place that it fits the best. Now for the upper shelf, I have to come to a decision on how deep I want it to be. I'm sitting right around 15 inches. I think it's gonna look good. I kind of want to put an LED strip under the shelf, so I think 15 inches is gonna work perfectly. And I want to put all these spray cans and stuff up there. Let's see if that ends up working. I'm gonna be using these little hangers right there, and I think that is the money combo. I had a feeling that this line was not 15 inches. I don't know what measurement this thing is measuring in. The 15 is not 15 inches, it's 13.5 inches. So the 15 inch, what? Oh, the 15 inch, oh yeah, idiot. I'm not measuring it from the outside. I was using the measurement from the outside, but I have to be using the measurement from the inside. 15 is right here, and that's accurate. Oh, see, learning every day. Wow, that is so much harder than it looks. Now I gotta adjust this to make sure that the blade isn't cutting way too much. It was set up here, but it would be cutting a lot of wood for no reason. So I wanna adjust it so that it's only cutting the depth of the wood that I'm working on. That is about the only thing I know about woodworking. I have 2 pieces of wood on both sides of my cut. Hopefully it ends up smooth now. That's what I wanted. Now looking at it, I definitely have to trim that corner as well to make that straight. And once that's done, all 4 sides are gonna be perfectly square. So I can go ahead and mount this up there now. On the iPhone and the Measure app, you got a level on your phone. So I'm gonna use this to make sure that the shelf is good. Yeah, a little bit. Good. The board is 83 inches, so I divided it by 3. Because I'm gonna have 3 posts in, and I'm gonna put them 28 inches apart. 28. That was wrong. I need to mount 1 in the middle and then 2 off to the sides at equal distance. I realized as I was going, I'm like, this does not look right. So 83 divided by 2 is 41.5. So the 1 in the middle is gonna be at the 41.5. These 2 marks on the corner right there is where the pegboard is gonna be mounted. And that line right there is where center line that I previously had was. I think it's gonna look really off if the shelf is to this center line. So I think I'm just gonna center it to the middle of the pegboard, which is that mark right there. The middle post is gonna be right in the middle of the pegboard, and that should fix all of the symmetry as long as it's in the middle of the pegboard, which I like that. So this is the center line to the pegboard. That was the old center line I was using. I'm gonna bring this line all the way up. This is where the bottom of the shelf is gonna be. I think I feel most comfortable with that there. There is such thing as too tight in wood. That bottom one spun a little bit, but I think it's good. Since half of the 83 is 41.5, now I'm gonna divide that by 2 again, and 20 3/4 is where I'm gonna go in each direction from this center point. I'm gonna go the 20 3/4. Oh, but this isn't from the center line. I gotta be going from the center line. The center line is where the screw went through, not the edge of the bracket. It's just 1/2 inch though. Okay, so 20 1/4 inch. Damn it. I didn't even realize. I only wanted one to go through the pegboard. But at this pace, I'm gonna have to cut 3 slits into the pegboard. But I should have just pushed them out equal distances away on both sides. That's why sometimes just starting the project is a lot better than overthinking it, because if I was overthinking it, trying to think of every possibility, I still wouldn't be able to catch everything. So better just to get started and actually get stuff done. And I'm thinking just coming over to 5 inches on both sides is gonna do the trick. That is much better. Marks are inside. I think that's gonna look really good now. Stepping back all the way. Yeah, that's definitely the way. Here we go. Those are all solid now. And the center mark lined up right here too. That's centered. Let's go! That looks so good! Hell yeah. That looks so amazing. Since I only have these 2-inch screws, I'm just gonna send them through and then cut the screws after I'm done with them. That is very good. Nice. There we go. I got 2 little slits that are gonna hold up the pegboard. They're 46 inches by 3 inches. Now I gotta cut one in the middle to give that relief for the bracket that holds up the shelf. I got it marked off. There we go. All the cutting should be done now. Those 2 are solid now. I got my area marked out and measured for this. I tried using some other thing to cut it, but I think the circular saw is gonna be the only thing that makes a clean cut. Now, I guess I can improvise on cutting that in. I'm gonna try and use a drill bit to make this work. This is the most scuffed woodworking I bet you have all probably seen. But it's working. Now I'm gonna use a file, see if that'll look clean. With some flush cuts, yo. Nice. I like that. I think that's gonna look really good. Yeah, I need to just clean that bottom piece up a little bit more. I want this bottom piece to go right here. So I'm just gonna take the pegboard out and put this piece right on top of the 2x4s, and then it should be fully ready to mount the pegboard. I'm gonna go through this hole right here. I don't really know if I should go through the hole or through like the middle, but I'm gonna try through the hole because I can back out and go through the middle after. It's in position. That looks pretty good actually. I just hope it's solid.
It looks mad sleek with those.
Yeah, I think that is better. I can't even see the screw hole.
No, that's what I'm saying, it looks sleek.
I was trying to look over here. I'm like, where the hell is it? But yeah, it blends.
Probably just gotta put more than 4. Maybe just put a few extras, right?
Yeah, I might. I should, because I already went through the effort of putting those boards on the back, so. Yeah, definitely gotta add more. Damn.
That's just sturdy.
Super sturdy. So now that the pegboard is fully on, I needed there to be a little gap between the wall and the back because I bought this set of hooks from Harbor Freight. Pegboard hook assortment, got a whole bunch of different types, but it needs that little distance behind so that it can fully grab on. Like, it needs to go in and through. I think that's good. It gives it the rigidity and the spacing that I need. I thought that 2x4s would be too much of a gap, but this actually looks really good right there. Starting with a blank canvas is kind of difficult because anything could go anywhere, but I want to mount these screwdrivers from Harbor Freight first, and then I'll get an idea of where I want everything. Damn, that takes up hella space. I'm really liking how this looks. I just started putting stuff up, and then once I started putting everything around, I'm like, yeah, I could actually move what I first put down a little bit, or I could move this to over here, and this is where I'm at. Boom! That looks so good. All the stuff that I use all the time. I started with the screwdrivers, then I put the wrenches, and then kind of moving everything around. According to that, I put the hammers, the drills, and then everything just kind of filled around it. And I just found that these drill bits have these little hooks on there that can hang up really nicely. Because of that, I'm gonna move these over to right here, and then I can hang up my second box right there. And then that's gonna be, so like it's a process of just continuing on. And granted, anything can move whenever. I can move these zip ties whenever, you know, if I have something that actually goes there. But I don't have anything else to put on there. If you guys have any suggestions for what I can mount or ways to mount it, you know, let me know down below. I really appreciate any input that you guys give, because I'm just doing this for the first time and I haven't actually worked with it yet, so I don't know how efficient it's gonna be. There it is, that's the final update. Vise is fully mounted. The tabletop is mounted to the cabinet. Pegboard is on. This is everything that I wanted to do now that the E30 was complete. And this stuff doesn't take up the very limited space that I have in this small toolbox, which is really good. From this whole 50-piece set, that is what's left. So I can't complain. I think it was like $7 for that box, and it hung everything that I use on the daily. And then of course I'll be able to put as much stuff as I want up there too. So I was originally thinking of putting LED lighting under here, but it's a little high up and I'm really sensitive to light, so I don't know if I want to have that glaring straight into my eyes. So I don't think I'm gonna do that anymore. I thought it would look cool, but yeah, I don't know. The studio light's off. It's really not as dark as I thought it was gonna be. Sounds good. That little grinder made light work of that, and now I'm not gonna get caught up on anything. Now that that's good, I can move on. I got some coffee filters because after the engine rebuild, this parts washer that I got from Harbor Freight is pretty dirty. Some people like to put an oil filter on there so that it filters out all the fluid that comes through it, but I don't have one yet. So I want to clean this out and see how dirty it is, because this cleaned the entire engine for my E30 here. So let's see how dirty it actually is. There's a little drain on the bottom. I'm gonna drain it straight back into the PSC 1000 container. I got these two from Tractor Supply. The fluid is very good and super strong at cleaning any oily parts that come off of a vehicle. But the coffee filter hopefully is gonna strain all that out and leave me some clean fluid. One coffee filter inside of the funnel, and I'm just gonna crack this little drain, not open it all the way, and just let it drain into the container that it came in. This little tray in there is definitely a nice little sneak peek for what's gonna come. Damn, I have to undo the whole thing. It's not just gonna start coming out. That's gonna make way more of a mess then. Oh man. Oh shit. Ah! Yo, this is a nightmare. Bruh, the coffee filter folded over. Ah! I'm trying to put it back on. What the fuck? Okay, take a second and breathe. Okay, I don't have time to breathe. What the fuck? Dude, I need to put a petcock on this. What the fuck? How am I supposed to? not make an absolute mess. This is so stupid. There's still so much fluid in here. Whew. Oh my God. The first container is full, and I think because I haven't used it in so long, it's actually a good thing because all the dirt settled to the bottom. And you can see the fluid is clear, it's just all that dirt and grime is on the bottom, making it look really dirty. There it is. That is all the dirt and grime that came off of my engine in the rebuild. So now, I don't know if this is the best way, but some napkins. Ooh, there's no way that this is the best way. There's still a lot in here, a lot of fluid. It's still way too wet. There's no way that this is gonna actually... I assume the more I use it, the worse it'll be to clean. Once it's like super bad. If I let this get crusty for years, this would be impossible to clean. Damn, I did not expect it to clean up like this. These shop towels are so absorbent. They really picked up all the rest of the fluid in here. What? This makes me feel very good. I can do this once a year and it'll never truly get too bad, because if you let it sit for 2-3 years, it's gonna be 2-3 times as worse as that to clean. There it is. It looks brand new again. Also, in case if I've never shown it, I used some weather stripping from Home Depot all around the seal so that no smells come out and so that the fluid doesn't evaporate. So when that closes up, it's fully sealed up and it does a really good job at it. I did notice that it was evaporating a little bit. So once I put these on, I noticed that the fluid levels were never changing on that little grate right there. And the reason I wanted to get it this clean is because I now want to install the oil filter mod that everyone does, because when I was cleaning parts, it was always picking up dirty fluid back again and spraying that back onto my part, and it wasn't really doing that good of a job at cleaning it like it was at the beginning when I first had fresh fluid. So I'm gonna do the oil filter mod and I'm gonna do the petcock mod to get a valve down in that drain right there. So 2 mods are gonna make this parts washer a lot nicer to use, and it's gonna have a lot more longevity like that too. But I'm gonna leave it at that. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like. Stay tuned. I wanna do some things to the E30 now since it's fully winter. I wanna paint the fender, I wanna paint the interior. I wanna make this car everything I've ever wanted, inside and out now. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned.